Today, let's talk about the 6-month trap. This is the most common moment in time of most language learners that give up. It's actually after 6 months when people usually who had a great motivation at the beginning give up studying their new language because they feel no progress is showing. It's usually after 6 months that this initial motivation that went up goes down and you feel, oh, does it really work? I can't really say anything anyway. It doesn't really stick. My memorization doesn't really work. And oh, it's just so complicated. And the grammar, I just can't get my head around it. Let's skip a day. Let's skip next time. I mean, to take a pause is all right. Be self-compassionate as well. To take a pause is all right. But when you're about to drop it, when you're about to kind of give up, watch this video. I do this video for all those of you who actually feel currently they are in the 6-month trap, that they feel no progress is showing, even though they put in a lot of work and established this fantastic study routine packed with apps, packed with repetitions, packed with studying grammar. And if you feel, okay, I can't really say anything yet, my message to you is it's normal. I want to show you 3 hacks today that you can use on those days when you're about to give up, when you're about to hit the wall, and when you are like, oh God, maybe it's just not for me. I want to avoid that, because imagine how lovely it will be and how much it will be worth it to finally speak in your new language that you so much adore and that you want to, interact with. Imagine that. Don't forget your dream. Watch this video and use these techniques. Hi, I'm Dr. Alex. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. I'm a social psychologist. I also am a language teacher. I teach Spanish, English, French, and German. And I currently learn my 5th language, Italian. I actually wrote a method that you can download on my website. It's called the 7 Steps to Fluency Everyday Nano. And it's so much rooted in the social psychology of interaction, of communication, and of brain psychology, that it gives you the best of, the best techniques that you can learn in an efficient, brain-friendly, and enjoyable way, that you acquire fluency in a far more, I call it effortless way, and not that kind of myth of studying really hard and having language learning as a burden on the side. So check it out on my website. I do this channel actually as a passion project because on my way to fluency in my languages, I realized there's a huge difference in terms of the method that you use. The method, how you learn, makes such a difference. So check out the Everyday Nano method, download it. It's on my website, dralexsteinberg.gumroad.com. And as always, drop me comments how you resonate with that. Now let's start. Today I have the 3 tips for you to get over those days where you feel like giving up, hitting a wall, dropping everything. Number 1 is, you already know, probably from having watched my previous videos, the Everyday Nano principle to simplify as much as possible, to scale down, and to actually incorporate maximum 5 minutes per day, not more. And this is actually the main principle that you need to apply on those days. Ask yourself this one question. Okay, what is the one thing, if I were to drop everything, that still brought me joy in learning, even though I'm about to really hit a wall with this new language? What brings me joy when I study? What is the joyful element? And keep just that. For me, actually, at the moment, it is having these fun conversations with ChatGPT that really brings me joy. I have to laugh a lot because it shows me how I'm totally still in a beginner's level in Italian. But anyway, it brings me joy. It makes me laugh. And as you know, from my previous videos, the factor of laughing, being joyful, and enjoying the process makes a signal to your brain that this is actually nothing difficult and that you can keep going because it brings something positive to your life. So automatically in your brain, a switch will be, I don't know if it's a switch, but a process will be started that actually associates language learning not with something to procrastinate because you enjoy it. You need to really focus on those joyful moments and repeat them. So if you were to drop everything, okay, drop the rest, but don't drop those elements of language learning that brought you joy. So for me, when I just can't take it anymore, and also when I feel I have a bit of information overload, I leave it, I show self-compassion, I leave it for a week, but I still have that little conversation here and there with ChatGPT or somebody who speaks the language already, because that makes me usually laugh. And that is enjoyable. So that is the one thing to focus on, a very small element, and to keep that going even though you're about to hit a wall. Now, the second one is to establish mental boundaries with yourself. It's very closely linked to self-compassion. Self-compassion means imagine you put up boundaries with people that, I don't know, do something that you don't appreciate. You tell them your boundary, you say, listen, I prefer this or that, I don't think that way. Well, exactly that one you need to use with yourself. When your brain tells you, it doesn't really work anyway for me. I have no memory. I can't memorize these complicated sentences. It's just not like in my mother tongue. It's a different system. I can't do it. That one, when you do that one to yourself, realize it and then decide not to believe it because it's just thoughts. It might as well be exactly the opposite. You don't know. One of the things when I realized in my own life that totally changed my life is not so much to believe what we think to ourselves because it's just thoughts. Of course, you will say, well, these things that I know from research that I think they are proven to be true. Yes, of course. But this negative self-talk, we really need to educate ourselves not to believe so much in it. So if my brain tells me, oh, I'm not really making progress here, just don't believe it. You will make progress even if you don't study, because having that 5 minutes per day repetition will create a process in your brain that will actually rewire your brain in such a way that you will prepare for the next language. And it works. Believe me, I have been there many times. Even if you take a pause for a week, it will work. You will be fluent. It's something that you need to be very self-compassionate with yourself. Even if you feel in the moment, and that's usually, as I said, at 6 month time, nothing is happening, nothing is moving, keep on going, keep the momentum going. Number two. So those are the mental boundaries. And number three, the self-compassion. I want to give you another example when I'm self-compassion, when I show self-compassion. So this is not only to say, okay, I'm self-aware and I do it anyway. It's actually acknowledging your physical needs as well. If you, for example, if you have worked really hard the whole week and you feel tired and you just think, oh, I can't really memorize, or I can't really work on my next language because I really feel really tired, it's self-compassionate to say, well, what you would say to another person as well, right? You would say, well, if you're tired, I need to rest. So put your bodily needs first, take a good rest, take a break, and then carry on. It doesn't matter. The important thing is not to go into the extremes in terms of all or nothing, in terms of leaving it all together. Take a rest and then do your 5 minutes per day. That's it. The momentum needs to be kept. And as I said before, the joyful elements of your study routine, sorry. And if you haven't yet, those of you who are looking to now applying these tweaks to your study routine, check out online. I have this 10-page guide to how to create your perfect study routine. This will guide you through the process because I'm very aware, and this also is social psychology. Learning is a very individual, unique experience. So we can only learn at our most effective rate when we know ourselves best. So creating a study routine is, we can be inspired by elements from other people, but then we need to put it together in such a way that fits our life. That's why my study routine planner gives you the elements, and then you can actually put it together in such a way that it fits your life. And as always, please drop me comments. Let me know how this works for you, how it resonates, and how you build your study routine. And thanks for watching. It was lovely to spend this moment with you, and see you in the next video.